Good afternoon. Today is 4/13, Wednesday. This is a progression video update walk, and we are going to hone in on the punch list. The pre-punch list, may I add. The pre-punch list, we walked and did 227 items. That's a lot of items. So we're going to hone in on the last 11 items that we have left, and I'm going to show you what they are and how we plan to complete them before the end of this week, or our deadline date before the end of this week. Next week we'll have a punch walk on Wednesday, and you'll be able to walk around and see the items completed and inspect more at that time. In this space, the 123 East entrance of POCASC, we have 4 items in this area. They're going to be items 83, 84, 86, and 87. 83 is going to be fixed, the cut in the vinyl flooring. That item is going to be addressed with further information tomorrow in an email from David or Cardell. We got answers from our vendor, so that will be gone out in email form, so you can all be updated with that. 44, caulk the wall interface from wall to backsplash. It wasn't consistent. That is not done at this point. We have our painter scheduled to come out tomorrow, so that will be complete before the end of this week. Item 86, beauty plate for 9 sinks. The standalone sinks here, in all locations, they're missing one escutcheon plate from the main drain. Coming down here, you can see it a little better. We will have that fixed before the end of the week, all of them. 87 is also going to be a typical in a few places. Three locations that we have now around these sinks. The caulk is not consistent. There's a few places where there's a little bit of bleed through. Needs to be fixed. That will be fixed before the end of the week. As we walk through this surgical area, we're going to come out to 119 pre-op. Be able to see the fridge there. Emergency eye washing stations installed. We have items 50 and 51 over in this area. They're going to be directly related to the hollow metal frames. 51 is going to be fixed door frame and doorway 116. That is going to be the sanding here on this paint, and then to be repainted. That will be fixed before Friday. The other one's going to be item 50. It's a typical note. Any screws inside the hollow metal frames need to be bonded and repainted. That will be fixed before Friday. And as we're coming into this area, I just want to bring up one item. 155 is over in the OR surgical rooms. We will go, I'll show you when we're in that point, but we have a wonderful vendor here who does door touch-up. He's an artist, I want to say nonetheless. His name is Steve. He's the owner. IFS, Imperial Furniture Services. Thank you very much, Steve, for all your help. And in this area here, we have a couple items. Item 39 and item 14. Item 14 is going to be a typical for 3 locations, and it's going to be missing a shade up in the corner here. We have a vendor scheduled to come out and have that completed before the end of this week. It's the same vendor that supplied them for the base building. Item 39 is going to be over this way. It's going to be another interface wall meeting the backsplash, not consistent. We will fix that before Friday as well. And if you can see, we have removed all the old caulking along the backsplash interface to the countertop interface. We did get the color match that was exact, not the brown stuff that was not spec'd correctly. The one spec correctly was graphite. That will be done before the end of this week. Going back around towards 119 pre-op, there's a room 141, punch item 192. Remove lower cabinets and add a brace. That will be done before the end of this week. And then we will have the finishes complete as well. There were holes in this door to the upper right corner that there's already fixed. The typical punch item I talked about, 155. This is not the reference, but this is one of the other areas. You cannot see them. He blends them in perfectly. You can see the holes he patched in the frame that we will repaint. But the door looks fabulous. And then the reference to punch item 155 is this swing door here. The prep came in wrong for the hinges, and he was able to build it back and fix it and blend it in with the wood grain to match. Amazing work. Amazing work. As we're in this OR corridor, you can see the ceiling is removed. That was the copper drain line that was run for all the dehumidifiers. We will be going through door 139B to the back of house area, where we will hone in the last two items, which are, I believe, 191 and 227, yes. 191 is a tracking item to where we will be adding millwork in this room here. This will not be complete by Friday, but we are tracking it and getting it in line. I know there's been email correspondence back and forth on that. Item 227 is going to be the last item that we are honing in on in this progression walk. This takes place in the back locker room area, bathrooms, men's changing room. As you go through here, above the toilet, the wall has got a crack in it here, and that will be fixed, mudded, floated, sanded, and painted before the end of this week. As we go through, you see the rest of the space. I'm going to take another walk so you can see the quality and conditions on how we have improved in overall items and touch up and drywall and paint. This will be cleaned up tomorrow after we reinstall ceiling tile and clean it up and do a once over. Then we will remove this floor protection and do a good cleaning. Hold the spit. That's a inside joke from the OIC meeting. All right. Thank you very much for everyone honing in on this video and staying with us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.